Alrighty, I hope you guys are excited. My voice is coming back, so I'm excited for that. But I want to give you guys an update on the markets here. I think we got the State of the Union, and yes, I'm betting money on it. I was gonna make this $100,000. I was gonna bet, but I'm gonna talk about really. I'm starting in small. I'm starting with these. I'm selling premium 2, 4. So it's about 8,000-9,000 bucks, and you'll see we talked about this live today. I was down, literally, I'm down 200% selling an uncovered call. So watch this, and please comment some trash. Comment if you've watched it. I love, just watch. We want to talk about this. Either way, you guys learn from it. And remember, if you guys don't know about this stuff, you don't know what you're doing, we have the tutorials, but also slow down. That's been a big thing I've been preaching. Go look at my video. I said I'm about to blow up this account, and we didn't even make any trades on this today, which was cool. So. And also, for you guys on the live now, we were on Twitch. We have a whole new thing set up. We got everything figured out. You guys, the fact that you were able to come to the Twitch in this, and the people we're working with, we're gonna announce it soon. This guy, again, killer. But essentially, we're gonna be live tomorrow. Hopefully, if not tomorrow, the next day. But this is all you guys got to do. Come to the main channel. This is the new live streaming channel. I'm going to separate them. So I can't believe people already subscribed to it. What we're going to have it as so that you could get all the lessons. I don't want to clutter you guys and spam. I know some of you just want to watch the streams. Some of you want the videos. Some of you want both. So it may suck having 2 different channels, but we're going to start organizing it, even down to, I know, like the philosophy videos, all that. We're going to make new channels for all that stuff to just keep it organized, because I know you guys, I'm putting out a lot of content. I want to make it good for you. So I'm going to stop talking about that. I want to get into this because the State of the Union is very, 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 very important. And the thing I'm watching for the State of the Union is it's related to this melt up. And really, I want to talk about what to expect. And I have Snapchat here. You guys will probably see Snapchat by the time you might have time to make a play. Be careful with that. Make sure you understand the break evens. It has gone up in the last few days, but Snapchat does look interesting on the option chain. But yeah, don't, go watch some of the other videos I said on that. But it's this market melt up I want to discuss, because now people are asking, is the State of the Union priced in? What could happen? The markets have been very, very low in volume. And the question is the State of the Union going to bring this volume back? And really what's gonna happen, right? And what I want to talk about, and this is why I'm betting. So I have an initial $10,000 bet down now. After I describe all this, you'll see I'm going to up it. I'm hopefully going to be putting another, I'm going to average down or average up depending on what happens after. But the point is, there's so much uncertainty coming into this, or maybe even lack of anything, that you got to be careful. And that's why I'm even writing some of these losses into this. This one's not a loss. This one was a bigger loss, and this was just funny to watch. But you guys will kind of see, but it's just an interesting environment, and I want you to even see timing. But now the earnings season's wrapping up. We're, give it a few more weeks. I know where there's going to be like a week or two with a couple hundred, but a lot of the big names, you'll see how the NASDAQ has been holding up. That is one thing I think has been very, very unique, is the NASDAQ stocks. It may look like they're all the same, Dow Jones, S&P, but we've been seeing a bigger pull. Even despite the averages moving, the NASDAQ stocks have been all moving differently, which, I don't know, what's that one? I usually have Facebook on here, but you guys saw Boeing and all that. So watch how earnings season is going to play, but most of that damage is done. So get ready for the market to start moving again. But now here's my caveat. And I have it here on number 3, that if the market doesn't start moving normally after this earnings buzz ends, it's going to start pulling towards this melt up towards March when they make decisions, because that's really what was happening here. It seemed that after this spot, there was decisions, you had the Fed, you had the rate hike, and every single week, the market just kind of lowered the volatility to reach the next volatility event, which would just be or news event. And we talked about this on stream. The VIX is only 5 points away. We've retracted now. That means a lot of puts have expired. The fear's back to October 5th levels, and it's dramatically lower. And this is saying, a lot of people think the market is positive. It's not necessarily positive, but it hasn't been worse from what we've seen at the bottom. But the main kicker here is that the markets have dropped in volatility. The volatility indexes have dropped. We're at a much lower spot, but it's not as if we're very, very positive as when the markets were lower here, especially if we even go down more in time. But like I said, going back even beyond like 100 days on a VIX or UVXY, you got to be careful how to interpret that. It could, it's hard to get an accurate interpretation, I would say. But what I want to say about this, the State of the Union, is that it's going to be important because it's hard to price in the market reaction right now. People are asking me, do I think it's priced in or not? And quite frankly, I believe it's going to act like every single event. I don't think it's priced in, but I think the market is pricing in more important factors. Now, this leaves room for a gray swan, not a black swan, but a gray swan in the sense that what happens if Donald Trump does this, emergency wall. And the thing I discussed in the stream was that every other meeting, to Sarah Sanders, he leaked the decision. They came out before it was like an approved leak to say, oh, he's going to do this. He's not. But yesterday in one of his interviews, he said it's a good chance. So I think people are expecting it this time. And also, if he doesn't do it, what would that do to the credibility of Donald Trump and how people are going to view him? So I think that's, especially even the markets, not even just political, but literally the markets. So I want to see if it does go through the markets, what I mean in the gray swan sense. If it ends up being worse, you might see a negative reaction. However, really bad news will most likely be good. Whether, and even good news, I think good news will keep it up, or good news, if it's good news, the market will have some time to drop. And that's what we've been seeing with the earnings. So be careful with the expectations, because how will the market price in this emergency, and what point does this emergency become hurtful for the stock market, Wall Street, stocks, everything? So that's going to be important to watch. I am going to be, I even forgot to say, we'll be on Twitch. I have a meeting today. I'm going to try to get it streamed for you guys. We'll see, either Twitch or the new channel. But I'll keep an update for you, but definitely pay attention. But the question people have been asking now, should you buy steel stocks? People are saying, okay, he's going to come in here, he's going to announce the wall. Is there a play that we can make on steel stocks? And I said I'd look into it. It's not necessarily the home run play. However, it's not really priced in too much. But what I said is, look at the last time the wall issues were discussed. What sort of premium jump did you see in steel, like United Steel or something like that? However, if the move is too expected, it's not going to be there. I think, and somebody brought it up, I think the best probably would be sell puts, honestly. A premium selling strategy where it's pretty much a neutral to bullish strategy I would take, because otherwise betting and paying for the premium when it's expecting, I would not do. But a neutral to bullish, I could take that, where if nothing happens, which I think is possible with high premium, then you're good. But it also could set up. We don't know what he's going to say. This is a wild card event, but that's where I'm saying it could be a gray swan, because people have predicted the wild card to be, in the realm of possibility of what we could expect. So there's that. We talked about this. If the market doesn't move, it's going to start pulling towards the March decision now. And in March, we have the decision with China. We have more politics. You get ready. Again, even the government still shut down. I think Trump and more politics, impeachment shit is going to come out, as well as now like the legal cases. And really, all of this looks like 2016. And I think a lot of people don't remember. And it's so scary because it's just like exactly the same. And it's the melt up and everything. Like, I can't make this up. Take a look here. It's just literally from November. And what do we have? It started with, it was coming off of Brexit. Then maybe I should go back a little bit more. Let me see. I'll show you, but 2016, the market was coming off Brexit. It dropped, and then there was that issue. So where's 2016? See, so here's Brexit. We'll see. This is what I want you guys to see, the melt up, because that was Brexit. Market hit a crazy low. It jumped up, but this is where, look at, from 7 to 9, 2 months, July, it stayed the same, dropped, but even in this range, from September to November, it stayed the same, and then a melt, but then this was the election. So we're kind of right here, and we'll see. If it doesn't happen, it's going to take us to March. We'll get a move, and depending what happens on March, either gap up or down. But look at what I'm saying premium wise. This is killer for options, and a lot of people forget we've been through this already, and it's parallel literally with Brexit and the same political events and a lot of stuff we're seeing. And that's the last thing. It's Chinese New Year. The markets benefit from this. The algos have free reign to do whatever they want with certain data. I'm watching the Chinese currency, but don't forget about Brexit and oil. And even today, this was a big move on oil. Here. I want to look at the bonds too, but essentially a big move on oil and this stuff kind of coming back into play. It could be huge. I think oil probably will be the only, oil or Brexit could be some upsets that could occur beyond just what happens here at the State of the Union. But watch that stuff and don't forget that all comes into play. But if we don't see that happen here in the next 30 to 60 days, everything's pushing towards March. But don't get confused by this melt up and don't get trapped in the melt up with trying to buy volatility. If you're trying to play volatility, and some people are even shorting volatility, and that seems to be the case, hence look at where the VIX is at. So I will leave it there. I think that's a good analysis and good wrap up of it. Let me know what you guys think. Honestly, I need your opinion. Please comment. What do you think is going to happen with the State of the Union? I want information. We haven't been able to source info from YouTube lately. I want to hear what you guys think, and that way people watching this could get an idea of where people are. So please comment, let us know, and again, make sure you guys are subscribed here. Turn on the notifications. But now, from now on, this channel is only going to have these types of videos, news, tutorials, all that. Make sure if you want to get the live streams that you're on here, this channel, it's right there. So I love you guys. I'm excited. This is going to be fun. Good luck. Be safe. Stay in school. Yeah. All right. Goodbye.